Hi everyone, today we're looking at the level 2 Gym Instructor qualification workbook. So we're going to start off straight away, as you can see on the laptop, and I've also got my iPad here as well. So the main important thing when it comes to the level 2 workbook is input information. So we need to download two apps, or on the laptop one, that's Adobe. It's free of charge. All you need to do is Google and you pop in free Adobe software download onto the App Store. You just go onto Adobe, download, and you also go onto Dropbox as well. Because what we do on the software is we download Adobe to complete and we save our work in the Dropbox section. Okay. On the laptop and the desktop, all you have to do is save it onto your desktop. Just open up the file and just add in PT Academy or Level 2 Gym Instructor. Okay. So firstly, you receive the information from me, you upload it, and you then send it over to Adobe and complete your workbook. We have 6 units when it comes to the level 2 requirement. Unit 1 is anatomy and physiology, and it is a multiple choice questionnaire. Okay, so when it comes to you actually filling in the multiple choice, all you need to do is choose A, B, C and D. You choose that, and how you can do it, you have a manual as well, but what we also have is you can use Google. Confliction for me is if you use Google just to answer the questions and you don't learn anything, that's not how I want you to complete the workbook. It's optional because at the end of the day, I send you the workbook, you complete the workbook and you send it back to me. I mark it, I send it back to you. What I would say as an instructor point of view is if you want to learn and develop, as long as you're taking it in, that's fine. But if you want to use Google, don't just Google all the answers and go, yep, send it. You get 50 marks out of 50 marks, but you haven't actually taken anything in. So when it comes to that, please really think, shall I use the manual? Shall I look into it? Shall I research? Or shall I use Google just to get the right answer? Okay, so unit 1 is multiple choice. It's out of 50 marks and you have to get 40 correct for you to pass that unit. What happens is you fill in A, B, C and D like I've said, and once you filled it in, you save it. So you'd save it onto your laptop, onto your desktop, into your file, or you'd save it from your Adobe into your Dropbox. Once you do that, you then send it via email. Okay, if you're on your tablet or your mobile phone, there's a little tab at the bottom that says share. So you share to me and I mark it. Simple as that. Same as on the laptop as well. So I mark the work, I send it back to you, then you get to complete your next unit. Please do not carry on with the workbook after that point. So once you've sent it off to me, stop doing any work. Okay, the main reason why is because once you've got that information, you send it over to me. I then mark it, so I've got your workbook. I send the marks back to you. You can then save that workbook and then edit that again. If you send it, that's with me, and then you've got your one, what you've got there, you technically created 2 workbooks. So the main important thing is wait until you receive that workbook back from me and then carry on with the next unit. Okay? Unit 2 is all about customer services, and customer services is written. There's 20 questions and it's all got marking criteria. So if there's only 1 mark, we're looking at 1 to 2 sentences, 2 marks, 2 to 3 sentences, etc. when it comes to your work. Once you've done that again, send it over to me, I send it back, you complete onto Unit 3. Unit 3 is multiple choice again. It's 20 marks and you have to get 16 out of 20. And it's all about health and safety. Unit 4, we're looking at principles of fitness. So we're then looking at a little bit more detail about fitness when it comes to gym relationship rather than just anatomy and physiology. And then we've got Unit 5. So Unit 5 is that main important section where it builds a workout routine for our client. We have to fill in what our main important things are as an instructor. So a consultation, PAR-Q, informed consent. Then we have to fill in a program. At the start of the program, there's actually a little bit of information telling you what to do. So you have to have some requirements. We look at CV, so we have to do 3 different CV components. The piece of equipment we can use, so it goes from cross trainer, treadmill, rower, stepper, upright bike, sit down bike. And then it works through, but you have to do in 3 styles. So you have to do a warm up, well, it has to be between 5 and 10 minutes. The intensity is in there as well. You've also got to do a CV that's based around continuous training, and then you've got to do a cool down as well, what's based between 5 and 10 minutes again. All the criteria is based in the workbook. So it literally tells you what you have to do based on the criteria, and you have to fill it in on the criteria. We then have to do 4 fixed resistance exercises, 4 free weight exercises, 2 of them have to be deadlift and bench press. Then we have 3 body weight exercises, and then we finish off with a cool down. After the warm up, we do 4 dynamic stretches. Dynamic stretches are movement stretches. Then after the cool down, we also have 5 static stretches you need to think about as well. Static is hold and stretches. So we hold in a position where we're lengthening a muscle, and we hold for around 15 to 30 seconds, depending on your client's criteria. Okay? But we fill that in, we go through it, and that's how it works. When it comes to the practical element, we look at the Unit 5, and we'll be going through a number of different things before this happens, and then we do the practical assessment based around the Unit 5 information. The last little bit of information after that is, you copy and paste your workout routine into the end sections. In them end sections it will say CV. So what you do is, if you had cross trainer for your warm up, you'd put your cross trainer, put 5 to 10 minutes in, and you'd copy that in from your workout routine. The last 3 sections of that is based around a 14 to 16 year old, a plus 50 year old, and a postnatal female. What that means is you have to revert and you have to adapt your workout routine based onto them 3 criteria. So if we're warming up a normal person, 5 to 10 minutes, what would we do different for a child? What would we do different for someone who's older? What would we do different for someone who's pre or post pregnant? They're the things what we're looking for you to achieve when it comes to that. So it looks a little bit complicated, but what they're doing is saying, this is what you've done so far, how are you going to adapt it for this person? You also have to do that for a fixed resistance. You can choose whatever one you want from your Unit 5. You also have to do it for a free weight, and you have to do it for a body weight exercise as well. Okay? Because what they're saying is, you've got to get used to training multiple people. You're not just training one person who's someone who's potentially fit and healthy. You've got to then train someone who's younger, someone who's older, and someone who's pregnant. Because that's going to happen when you become a personal trainer, fitness instructor. Okay? If there's any questions, please leave your comments below. Thank you for watching today's video. If you liked, please subscribe, and if you want to see any more videos, please press the notification bell. Thank you and have a good day.